When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the USC Trojans offense will go to work first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Blasted as he lets it go. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff that becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now.
Intercepted in the first drive, in for the pick. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And that is why this defense is number 1 in the nation against the pass. They've got a lot of guys that are going to play on Sundays in the NFL. You just saw the speed on the back end, tracking that thing down to get the interception on the opening drive of the game.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6. Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
It's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football game.
Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Drives the back and leaves it. Hits his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. It's a seam wide open. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. He's got it on the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Off play action. He wants to go deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And what a start for this guy. That's now his 2nd interception in the 1st quarter of this game. He has been an absolute ball hawk in this thing early, and the quarterback would do well to stop throwing his way the remainder of this game.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work. Turning on the Jets. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes a handoff. It's Davison. It's a running room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Smith. Wide open spaces. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the touchdown, USC. He got a step and just dusted the field.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Riggs. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast to come away with the pick.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give is to Smith. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Under fire. Right on the money. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the 1st. It's complete on the right side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Trojans. Great job by the back on the option.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that drive covered 40 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Using his legs, it's Davison. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the 1st quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws for the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense is...
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They're going back to the ground. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top. He's got his man. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. Trying to get it to the marker. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. To the air on second down. They've got the screen set up. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Here's a heat. Looking for the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll go to the counter, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered to get to the football.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Gresham.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Ducks get enough for the first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Now the play fake. On the move to his left. Makes the grab. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect and keep the drive going.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davison. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
Give to the running back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
And the Ducks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker.
Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the ground game comes through for this offense just in the nick of time. It's clock ticking down in the 1st half. They punch it in and a chance to tie this football game.
Setting up for the extra point and the time. And he makes the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. They're trailing by 11 to Florida State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Trojans decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the 1st time. He'll take it on the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gresham. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Quickly complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Absolute shank. Missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And it's clear, The aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
And the Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the running back. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. The Trojans are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running to the left. Sweet cut there. Can't get him to the ground. Touchdown, Southern Cal! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
And he added the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Fears the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And on second and short, they'll send 3 receivers wide right. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Trojans are threatening in the red zone. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, the one thing we know about this defense is they've got some exotic looks, and they're not afraid to bring pressure from the second level. That time they brought the free safety, he was able to get home and sack the quarterback.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed and a missed opportunity.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. Great place to start for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. The play-action fake. A strike downfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties that make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Complete out of the backfield. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a...
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Touchdown, USC! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll run play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And that's an interesting call, going play action on 3rd and long, because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Got the quick completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Puncks it out of the air. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. The power of Austin Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. It's complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cantrell. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying play action. He's got his man. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes! He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And he's going to try to return this one. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The inside handoff. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Here comes the heat. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on third down. A run for the quarterback. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick completion to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And the Trojans need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Working that left side now. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. The Trojans line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. And the route is on. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
The Ducks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Pressure coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
and they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. At 45, he's open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll go to the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah,